Today we're going to be reviewing new functionality provided by Topaz for Enterprise Data 19.5, Filate RDX Related Load. To learn more about what's new in Topaz Workbench 19.5, please visit the What's New in Topaz Workbench. Now let's have a look at a demo of the new functionality in Topaz for Enterprise Data. Developers often need to load or refresh a related set of DB2 tables in their test environment in order to test the changes that they're making to an application. Prior to Topaz Enterprise Data 19.5, that required the use of ISPF, forcing you to leave Topaz to complete the task. With Topaz for Enterprise Data 19.5, you now have the capability to load the related DB2 for ZOS tables using Filate RDX without having to leave Topaz. To do so, we simply use the Filate EX perspective within Topaz, and we're going to create a new related load specification. I'm going to name the specification so that we can reuse this at a later time. I'm going to select where I want to load the DB2 tables to, the subsystem. And then we need to provide the source of the load, so the extract file. We'll select list. That brings us back a list of all of the extract files that meet that high-level qualifier. We're going to select the extract order. Click OK. And now we have all of the information that we need to actually execute the load. Before we do that, let's have a look at some of the other tabs along the bottom of the load specification editor. We have the Objects tab, which shows you a list of the objects that are going to be loaded to the target. You have a couple of options. You can clear out the table. You can replace or not replace. If there's any issues, you'll get a message here. The field mappings allows you to map source columns to target columns. That's useful if the tables are different in some way. Either you've added columns or you've changed the name of columns, whatever the case may be. So that allows you to remap the columns. We provide the DDL to create the objects that are being loaded. We do not auto-create the objects at this time. That's functionality that will come in a later release. But you can copy the DDL into another tool, such as the database development perspective within Topaz, to create all of the tables, provided you have the authority to do so. And the Options tab allows you to select the method that you want to use to do the load, whether that be SQL insert or a DB2 load utility. To execute, we simply would press the Execute button in the upper right-hand corner of the editor. I've done that already, so I'm just going to show the results. As you can see, it lists all of the tables that were included in the objects view, and it tells us that we replaced the rows in the tables because they already existed. And that's it. This allows you to go back and forth to making your application changes in your source editor. And if you need to reload to test your program again, you can simply come back to your your load specification and re-execute it. You can also re-execute it from the tree list under related loader. All you have to do is select and execute. And that's all there is to it. That's the DB2 or Filate RDX DB2 load facility within Topaz for Enterprise Data 19.5. Thank you for your time.